Hey, welcome everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. 1980 Oakland Athletics at the Toronto Blue Jays. It's Mike Norris, the ace for the Athletics in 1980 against Jesse Jefferson. Jefferson has a 2.33 ERA while Norris has a 3.95. Norris has gotten off to quite a rough start. And we're going to roll to see how the pitchers do here. So let's do that. But we're going to use cards. So here's the roll for Norris. And he's going to be an A pitcher today. That means little. But we'll see. He should be on with his best stuff. And here's going to be Jefferson, who is going to be a C pitcher. Wow, could have been reversed. All right, let's start it off. It's going to be Ricky Henderson in left field leading off. Dwayne Murphy, the center fielder. Mitchell Page at DH. Cleanup is Dave Revering, the first baseman. Batting fifth is Wayne Gross at third base. Tony Armas in right field. Batting sixth, batting seventh is Jeff Newman, the catcher. Eighth is Mario Guerrero, the shortstop. And ninth is Rob Piccolo. We'll start pulling fast action cards. I'm going to start in the first inning. It's going to be a 46, and that's going to be a no park home run. So we're using the ballpark. Let's take a look at the ballpark. And we need a D20 again. So we're going to roll the D20. Pull a card, and it's going to be an 11, and that's going to be foul ball. So we roll again. So let's do it again. 56, and that's a blank. We go to Jefferson, who's a C, and that's a strikeout. So Henderson strikes out to lead off the game for the Athletics. And here's Dwayne Murphy, 63, and that's going to be some sort of an out. We can use the 3. Where's my book? No, we're going to use the 20. We're going to use the D20, and we'll use this D20 right below. So we don't have to pull another card. And that will be he's a lefty, so that will be a ground ball to the first baseman. Played easily by Mayberry at first, and that's 2 outs. And here is, it should be Mitchell Page up. Or was that Mitchell Page? Hold on a second. No? Where's Mitchell Page? Pages. We're going to have to grab him from the set. My dogs are having a good time out there, as you can hear. Sometimes they catch a possum out there. So every so often I have to take a look and make sure they're not, even though the possums, they play dead, and then the minute the dogs come back inside, they walk away. I've never found a dead possum yet. And we're looking for Mitchell Page. There he is. Okay. And not sure if I pulled a card. I don't think I did. I got to pull another card. It's going to be a 43, and that's a blank there, and a 43 is going to be a base on ball. So Page is on with a walk, 2-out walk. And here's Dave Revering. Pitch from Jefferson. It's a 23. A 23 is a 1-7 strikeout. And it's a 1, so it is a strikeout. Inning over. So 2 strikeouts for Jesse Jefferson. 1 left. No runs, no hits. And we move to the bottom of the first inning. It's going to be Alfredo Griffin starting us off. Rick Bassetti batting second. Then it's Al Woods batting third. Batting cleanup is Roy Howell. John Mayberry, first baseman. Willie Upshaw at DH batting sixth. Batting seventh is Damaso Garcia, the second baseman. 8th place batter and playing right field is Barry Bonnell. He's their best hitter at 371. I don't know how many at-bats he's had. Ernie Witt at catcher batting ninth. And it's Mike Norris on the mound. Let's do this. Start pulling cards. All right, it's a 12, and a 12 is going to be an out. You know what? We'll just pull a 3. It'll be a ground ball. He's bats both, so he's a switch hitter batting lefty, so that will be a ground ball to the first baseman. Dave Revering, 1 down. All right, these are PDFs, and as you can see, I write on my PDFs. I make little notes for myself. You can see that there on top. He's a range 8 with a strong arm and a 10 error. And here's Rick Busetti. Here's a pitch, and that's a 36. 36 is a blank, and under an A is an out. And a 14 is a ground ball to second base for out number 2. So 2 ground outs to start the game for Norris. And he's going to be a 53. That's going to be a range play. So we're going to check and see the range number here. And it's going to be an 8. So that should be caught by somebody. Let's find out who. A 53 is going to be the shortstop. So that's a ball that I know that Guerrero is within that range. Guerrero here, you have this chart, and he is a 10 range. So he will make that play and throws out Woods to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Norris. Playing Fall Classic Baseball. Every team is available. Every player is available. You get to kind of have 3 different columns for pitchers, depending on what their stuff looks like. That's a 12. Wayne Gross is an out. And we'll pull a card, and it'll be I believe that's a 12 is a pop-up to the catcher for out number 1. Tony Armas up next. 45, and 45 is a blank, and we go to 45 here, and that's be an out, and a 19 will be a fly out to right field. So Armas lifts one to right for out number 2, and here is Jeff Newman. Hasn't played in a while. 31. That's going to be a base hit. So he lines one to center for a base knock, a 2-out single, and here's Mario Guerrero with a 25, and the 25 is an out. And that's an 18, fly ball center field. Right there is the center fielder, Busetti. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. No score. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Fall Classic Baseball. Your host, Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Subscribe. Watch all the different games. Got nice close-up shots of the cards so you can kind of play along with me. All right, it's a 64. So we're going to look off. Usually I like to get the batter in this side because it's the one we look off first. Go from left to right. 64 is a blank, so we go over to Norris, and a 64 is an out. We'll pull a card to see what kind of an out, and that's going to be, he's a lefty, so that's a ground ball to the 15 is a ground ball lefty to the first baseman. So Howell grounds out, and here's John Mayberry. That's a 63. 63 is a blank, and it's a strikeout. Mayberry swings and misses for the first strikeout of the game for Norris. Here's Willie Upshaw. He's a left-handed hitter, a 56. 56 is a blank. 56 is a strikeout, so back-to-back Ks. And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Norris, so he's retired 6 in a row. Jesse Jefferson is facing Rob Piccolo. I think the Dogs want to come back in. Give me a second. All right, Rob Piccolo, let's start us off here with a 25. Piccolo is going to be an out, kind of an out. It's a 17, a fly to left. So that's easy to read the outs because if it's a 7, it's a fly to left. Ricky Henderson up now, and Ricky Henderson struck out in the first at bat. That's going to be a 32. 32 is a blank. We go to 32 under C, and that's going to be an out. Pull a card. The 20 says a 20, and that's a line out to the first start. If he's a righty, it's going to be a line out to the third baseman, L5. So hits it right on the screws, but right at the third baseman. Here's Dwayne Murphy with a 26, and that's versus a righty. That's going to be a base knock, ground ball, and through for a base hit against a righty. Against a lefty would have been an out. So Murphy's on, and here comes Mitchell Page. Oh, and I've been reading the first one. We're in this third inning, actually, so I should be reading the third. It makes absolutely no difference. All the numbers are different, but we will move to the third inning. 16. So a 16 is a strikeout, and that ends the inning. So no runs, one hit, one left. Mitchell Page strikes out to end the inning. That is strikeout number 3 for Jesse Jefferson. All right. Come on. No, we're not doing that. You always do that. No. Stop. Move. No. Get lost. Go find something to do. All right. So it's going to be Mike Norris facing Garcia, Bonnell, and Witt. Fall Classic Baseball. We're going to put this in the opposite side because we read the batter first. Let's pull a card. It's the bottom of the third. So we're looking at a 45. And a 45 is an out on Garcia. And what kind of an out? It will be a ground ball to, he's a righty. Oh, no, he's a switch hitter batting lefty, so it'll be a ground ball to first. And here's Barry Bonnell. Where is Bonnell? That was Bonnell. Okay, Barry Bonnell. And under 3 is a 25. 25 is an out, kind of an out. 19 is a flat to right. And over near the corner is the right fielder Armas, and he tracks it down. Ernie Witt bats from the left side. Under 3 of 46, that's a ballpark no home run. So we're going to roll another, grab a 20 there from the 3, 16, and the 16 is going to be a foul out. He's a lefty, so it's a foul out to the third baseman. It's a nice thing about Fall Classic that depending on what side the batter's hitting from, that affects the result of the play, which I like that. I think that's kind of cool. Most games don't have that, just have a generic out, whether you're righty or lefty. All right, so that's 3 complete, and so far Mike Norris is faced 9 batters in the first 3 innings, and we go to Dave Revering here in the top of the 4th inning, no score. Here's Jefferson with a 66. Uh-oh, that's going to be trouble. Let's move these over again. I keep on doing that. 66 is going to be a home run, 1 to 14. Let's pull a card, and that's a 6. That's a deep drive off the bat of Revering. Back goes the right fielder. Bonnell to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. So the A's take a lead. Dave Revering, I think that's his 7th home run of the year. I'll know it at the end in the box score. So here's Wayne Gross, 1-0 Athletics. And a 4 is a 15, and a 15 is going to be an out, kind of an out. It's going to be an 18. That's a fly to center field. The 8 says it's a fly out to center. All right, next batter is Tony Armas. And Armas with a 62, and that's a blank. 62 is an out. Kind of an out of 14. That's a ground ball, second base. 2 away here in the top of the 4th. And next is a 35, and a 35 is a blank. So we're going to go 35 here, and that's a base hit. So Jeff Newman lines one. I just realized, okay, yep. He's a righty, so he lines one to left field. 2 out single. And next is Mario Guerrero. And that's a 32. 32 is a blank, but a 32 is an out. It's going to be an out, kind of an out. A ground ball to, he's a righty, so it's going to be ground ball to third. To end the inning, 1 run on 2 hits, and the A's lead at 1-0. We go to the bottom of the 4th. All right. There we go. Look at the batter first, so I put it on the left side. So I haven't switched the cards. I will right now. Why not? Just switch them up. Do a quick shuffle. All right. Alfredo Griffin leading off against Mike Norris in the bottom of the fourth, so it's a 41. 41's an out on Griffin. What kind of an out? The 10. 10 is a little bit different. That's a line out to the pitcher, I believe. A 1 out to the left fielder. Line out, left field. That's another thing that this game has. It's line outs to the outfield, which other games don't have. Like that. Rick Bassetti now. Here's a pitch on a 4. It's a 46. That's a ballpark result. It's like the third one so far. And we're looking for a D20. It's a 12, and that is a foul ball. Roll again. On the right side and on the left side. All right, so we're going to roll again, and it's a 21. 21 is a strikeout. Bassetti swings and misses. That's strikeout number 2 for Norris. And here comes with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth is Al Woods, 1-0 A's. And that's an 11. 11 is a base on balls 1 to 12, 13 to 15 a strikeout. So it's a 14. That's strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Norris. So everything's going Norris's way in this game. All right. Rob Piccolo leading off the top of the 5th inning, 1-0 A's. It's a 33, and that's line base hit for Piccolo. He's on with a single. Henderson is going to bunt. He is a 4 bunter, so we need 2d6. I don't know if I get that. Okay, so I'm going to just pull 2d6 on the 5th inning is a 3-4, so that's a good bunt. And then we'll go to first baseman. So over to second base is Piccolo. We're in scoring position. Here's Dwayne Murphy with a 35. 35 is going to be a blank, and a 35 is a base hit single. What will happen now, it's the runner on second scores. If on first goes to third, there's nobody on first, so an RBI single for Dwayne Murphy, his second hit of the game. And the A's are up 2-0. All right, so here's Mitchell Page. Here's a pitch. It's a 5 is a 12. 12 is, that's, if it's a grounder, it's going to be a double play. So let's see what it is. It's a ground ball second base. So it's a 4-6-3 double play, inning over. But they pick up a run on 2 hits, and the A's lead at 2-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th. That X on the card says it's an automatic double play. All right. Here is Norris versus Roy Howell. Again, I switch it. There you go. And we're still in the 5th. That's going to be a 42. 42 is a blank, and a 42A is an out. Kind of an out. It's a 17. It's a fly to left. Over is Henderson, and he squeezes it. All right, and that's a 32. 32 is a blank. 32 is going to be an out. And a 20 is a line out to the first baseman. 2 outs. And here's Willie Upshaw. Willie Upshaw struck out his first at bat, 64. That's a blank, and that is going to be a fly to right, shallow right, racing in his armas. He's there. That retires aside. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits. Move to the top of the 6th inning. It's going to be Reverend Gross and Armas against Jesse Jefferson. As you can see, this game plays pretty quickly. Fairly easy to play. It's a nice game. It has every season available, and it's very affordable, I find, especially PDF. All right, it's top of the 6th, so we're looking in column 6. That's going to be a 54. So we're going to look at bases empty, fly ball center field, roll versus the E rating, and that's a 3. That may be an error on the center fielder. Center fielder Bassetti. I'm going to have to check that. Let's see if I find Toronto. Okay, let's see Bassetti. His error rating is a 5. And what do we just pull? We pulled a 3, so it is going to be an error. And then for that, we're going to go to the exotic error chart. This is one of the few times that you need to really look at a chart, the exotic error chart, and it's going to read Exotic error chart. I have it all in a book. Ah, there it is. Okay, so we're going to pull a card and get a result. It's going to be a 15. For the outfield, it says single plus error, batter safe at second. All right, single plus error. So Revering with a single, and he moves to second on an error on the center fielder. So leadoff hitter or batter is on second now. And that will be an error charge to the team. Of course, Vassetti. And here's Wayne Gross. 6 is a 21. 21 is an out, kind of an out. It's going to be a fly out to left field. So before I was reading it off the quick outs chart. Now I'm just looking at the card. So there's there's different ways of doing it. And runner on second to third, if he's super fast, which is F exclamation point, he advances. F runner can do it unless it's an S arm. And the left fielder is Woods. I don't know if he has an S arm, which is a strong arm, and he does not. So tagging up is Revering, and he looks like he will go to third. Oh no, F runner. Wait a second. F runner 2. Yeah, Revering, there's no way. I don't think he's a. No, oh, wait. He is. So he's going to tag up. He's going to go to third. He is an F runner. All right. So he tags up on the fly out. He's a third now. And here's Tony Armas. Now they're going to bring the infield in here. We're going to look at the number on 6, and that's a 53. That's a range play. So on the range play, we're going to check the number first, and that's a 10. And then we're going to check what type of range play. It's going to be a single to second baseman, and that is Garcia. Let's see if he's at least a 10, and he is at 12, so he will get to that ball. Oh, we didn't check the KD. We have to do the KD check on that 53, which I don't think I did before, and I don't think I did that before, but it's very low. The KD check is a 1, so unless you pull a 1. So there's no 1 there. So let's try it again. Pull another card, and let's do 3. And a 3 will be a ball that the second baseman gets to, but let's see if there's a runner on third. Hold on a second. Okay, so that was KD check with a runner. I got to go to that section. This is okay, 53, but he gets to it. And a runner on third with the infield in. Runner on third, shortstop's the runner advances. Runner on third, hit to shortstop or second base. Runner advances. So that's it. Runner will advance on this. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. It is what it is. So it's a ball that he bobbles, and it's going to give, but he gets his men at first, but the runner will score. And Newman is up now with a 26, and a 26 is a single against a lefty, so it's going to be an out, kind of an out. It's going to be a 19, a flat to right to end the inning. So that was an RBI there for Armas on that one. So that's another run on 1 hit, an error, and then, of course, a bobble. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Norris has 15 consecutive outs. And again, I'm looking at the situation here, even on a ball that's hit the second base, on a range play, which again would be in that other section. Infield, single. Let's see. Okay, infield playing in home to first, ground into double play. Well, wait a second. Okay, so this is going to be a home to first double play. I don't think it's a run scored. I'm going to change that. This is not a run scored. This is from basically how I'm reading the chart. It looks like it's going to be a home to first double play. So they're going to throw home. They're going to actually there is yeah. So that changes the situation. So we're going to change that. No, we're going to take away the RBI and we're going to make it a 4-2-3 double play. So no runs there on that one. And we go to the bottom of the sixth. All right, and Damaso Garcia is leading us off. We're going to look at the sixth column. That's a 34. 34 is a blank. 34 is against an A is an out. What kind of an out? Let's see. Ground ball to second. Right there is Piccolo. Here's Barry Bonnell. Here's the pitch. A 6 is a 46, and it's a ballpark result. I'm going to pull a card, and that's a 14, which would be a pop-up for a righty. Bonnell should be a righty. He is, and that's going to be an out. Pop up to the first baseman for out number 2. And here is, with 2 outs, Ernie Witt. 42. 42 is a blank, and a 42 is an out. It's a 20, which is a line out to the 2. He's a lefty. He's a line out to the first baseman to retire the side. So Norris has pitched to 18 in a row. And that's it. He's gotten 18 outs in a row here. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Jesse Jefferson against Mario Guerrero. 7th inning, that's a 15. 15 is an out. And that is a ground out to shortstop for out number 1. Oh, that was new. Should have been Newman. Should have been Newman, and I knew I was going to make that mistake. So that will be a 5th. What did I say it was? It was a 7 is a 15. 15 is a strikeout. So Newman strikes out, and here comes Guerrero. Yeah. Hold on. Where's Newman? Ah, Newman's there. Okay. So 15 was an out. So then it was a ground ball to short. Right. Yep. All right. Now it's Guerrero. Here's a pitch. We're looking at column 7 of 52. That's a potential error. I'm going to check the KD number. It's an 18, so there's no KD there. Now we're going to check the error number. It's an 18. There will not be an error. And it's going to be a ground ball to second base, 2 out. Well, actually, I have to look down here. It would be a ground ball to shortstop. Number was too high to be an error, so that's why. It doesn't make a difference. All right, so there's 2 outs top of the 7th inning. Here's Rob Piccolo. We look at 7:55. That's line base hit to the left. That's the second hit for Piccolo today. 2-out single. Played on a hop by left fielder Woods. And Jefferson can go 27 batters, and he's gone 27 batters. So we're going to keep an eye on him. See what happens. 7 is a 42. 42 is a blank. 42 is a base on ball. So that's it. So that is his 28th batter. So we're going to replace him. Let's see who we're going to grab here. Let me see. And we're going to get a bunch of lefties in here. We're going to get a kid named Moore. Although Moore already pitched in replays, got 10 Yeah, we're gonna go with a righty McLaughlin, just because Moore's pitching a lot more games than he should. So we're gonna go with McLaughlin, even though there's a bunch of lefties. So we're looking for McLaughlin's card. You get all the players with Full Classic Baseball, which is a nice thing. Joey McLaughlin's coming in. Jesse Jefferson's out. All right. And he's going to be facing the lefty Murphy. Runners on first and second and 2 outs. And here's the pitch. We'll look at 7. It's a 25. 25 is an out. What kind of an out? So we could look over here also. 3, and it's a ground ball to, he's a lefty, so it's ground ball to first base, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. They leave a couple, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Top of the order for Norris. 2-0 Athletics. They had a run taken away from them. When we went back and looked at the replay, there was no replay in 1980. Just messing with it. Just messing with you. All right, Griffin. 7 is a 22, and let's switch these. 22. Oh, 22 is a base hit if it's a 1-6. So we're going to pull, and we're going to look at the 7th inning, and it's an 18, so it's going to be an out. It's going to be, what kind of an out? It's going to be a 12, which is it was a 22, so a 12 is going to be a pop-up to the catcher. Wow, he just made it out of that. That's funny. All right, so it was a 22, 1-6 single, but 7-8 strikeout, and we pulled an 18. All right, Rick Bassetti. So we're getting to that point, 7th inning, and the 7th inning is a 52, so that's an error check. We're going to first go the KD check and look at the 7th inning, bottom of the 7th, and that is a 13, so there's no KD there. Now we'll pull and look at the 52. That's a potential error by the second baseman. Let's pull an error number, and that is going to be an error. But let's look at the 7th inning, a 7 against Piccolo. And Piccolo is a 2, so no, he makes the play. So that is 2 outs now. No error there. And here's Al Woods. Again, we're looking at 7. It's a 14. A 14 is an out, kind of an out. It's a 10. 10 is a line out. 10 is a line out, and I don't remember what we pulled. We pulled a 14. That's it. Line out to the second. To the center fielder to end the inning. So hit it on the nose, but right there is Murphy. Yes, sirree. So that's 7 complete, 2-0. And if you want to look at the scoreboard, why not? So it's 2 here, 0, 0. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits there, and no errors. So that is the scoreboard. You can see that. Okay, and it's going to be Joey McLaughlin against Mitchell Page in the top of the 8th inning. We're going to take these cards and give them a little mini shuffle here. All right, a couple cards fell on the floor. I stretched there without making the old man noise. All right, it's an ugly noise. Top of the 8th, here's Mitchell Page against Joey McLaughlin. See what happens. 43. 43 is a blank. We never rolled to see. Let's pull a card and see. It's going to be a 6. No, it's going to be a 20 because it's the 8th inning. So he's going to be a C. McLaughlin is a C. And so we'll just roll again. An 8 is a 35. 35 is a blank, and a 35 is a single. So a single for Mitchell Page to lead off the inning. Not at first, and here's Revering. And it's a 36. 36 is a blank, and a 36 is a base hit. Let's see where he goes. He goes F, and he is an F, so he will go to third, first and third now. Infield is in. Corners are in. Infield's halfway. Oh, it's late. Now we're going to bring everybody in. Here's a pitch. It's an 8. It's a 46. That's going to be a ballpark, but no home run. See what happens. It's going to be a 4, and the 4 is going to be a drive. And that's sending the center fielder back, and it's going to be over his head and roll to the wall. So 1 run scores. So that's versus a righty. He's a lefty, so that's going to be a double. And let's see what happens. First to home, F. Revering is F. So advance risk. Oh, A risk, S holes. So the left, it's to left field. Let's see who the left fielder is. He's Al Woods out there. Al Woods is an A, so it'll be risk. It'll be 1 to 3. He's out. 1 scores already. There's nobody out, so we're going to hold him up. It's going to be second and third. We're going to put the red light on to Revering. So it's an RBI double for Gross. Gross picks up an RBI, drives in Page. And Gross today is, Revering is 3 for 4. Gross is a 1 for 4 now. But Revering's got 2 singles and a homer. And here's Tony Armas with second and third. We're going to face Armas with the infield in. This usually comes back to bite you. We'll see what happens. 8 is a 36, and a 36 is blank, but a 36 is a single. Runner on second, assist batter to second to center field. So we're going to have to look at the center fielder. That's Bassetti. His arm is a W. So only on a 6. So we're going to look at the D6, and it's an 8 is a 5, and he will score 2-run score. And RBI 2-run single by Armas, and he drives in 4. He drives in 4 and 5, and let's see what happened. What it says about so where was that? It was second to home, batter to second. So Armas will go to second base on that. So. And we're going to bring in, make a change. McLaughlin's just not going to do it. And we're going to bring in Buskey now. Buskey's coming in. So I'm going through all the players. See if we can find Buskey. There he is. He's at the bottom of the pile, right? That's the guy you're looking for, so he's got to be at the bottom of the pile. All right, so there's Tom Buskey. And there's still nobody out. There's a runner on second base now. Top of the 8th. Nobody out. And it's going to be Jeff Newman. Here's a pitch. It's a 34th. Oh, we don't know what Buskey is. So let's pull, let's use this number. It's a 3, so Buskey's going to be an A. And let's pull another card. An 8. It's going to be a 13. 13 on Buskey is an out. On Newman is an out. And since he's an A, well, that's an out. And kind of an out. It will be a fly to right. And we could check. Actually, fly to right with a runner on second. What did I pull? It was a 13. How do I get a fly to right? What kind of an out? And I see, because I looked at the first column. So it's going to be a ground ball to third base. Runner will hold on that. One out. Next is Guerrero. Here's a pitch. It's an 8. It's a 35. 35 is a blank. 35A is an out. Kind of an out. Look at the 8. It's an 11. And 11 is... All right. It's going to be a ground ball to first. And 11 is to the pitcher. And the runner is a Armas, I think is average speed. So oh no, Armas is fast. Armas is fast. It's to the pitcher. Let's see what kind of arm Buskey has. Buskey has a strong arm, so we're going to call that they're going to cancel each other out. He's going to hold. So Guerrero bounces out to the pitcher, 2 outs, and here's Piccolo. 43. 43 is an out. And that's an 8. That's a 9. It's a fly to right, shallow right. Racing in is Bonnell for the 3rd out, but the A's pick up 3 more runs. Big double by Tony Armas. And or a big 2-run single by Tony Armas. The big double was by Wayne Gross. And that's 3 runs on 4 hits. Buskey comes in and gets 1, 2, 3 to retire the side, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. All right, bottom of the 8th. Norris has retired 21 in a row. He's going to go for Howell, Mayberry, and Upshaw in the bottom of the 8th. So we're going to look at 8. That's a 16. That's going to be an out. It's a 13, which is a ground ball. He's a lefty, so it's a ground ball to first. Played by Revering, steps on the bag right ahead of Howell. Next is Mayberry. 36, and a 36 is a blank, and a 36 is an out. And it's a ground bouncer to second. Second baseman Piccolo throws out Mayberry. And here's Willie Upshaw. Then we're looking at an 8. That's a 46 ballpark. No home run. See what happens. And that's a 7, and a 7. Oh, just missed being a double. It's going to be a foul ball. We still got to roll again. Oh, it's a close one. Here goes, and that's a 45, and a 45 is a blank. 45 is an out. And again, Norris just gets, and it's going to be a fly to left to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. He's retired 24 consecutive batters. Tom Buskey, Ricky Henderson. Nope. Yep, Ricky Henderson's up. Let's do it. Looking at the 9, 12. 12 is a base on balls, and Ricky Henderson's going to steal 2. So the catcher, Witt. Catcher Witt is blah, blah, blah. Where is he? What kind of an arm? He has an average arm, so there's no change. So we're going to pull card number 1, 16. We're looking at a 16. And on a 9, it's an 11. There he goes. Throw down, not in time. Steals second. And now to steal third. I can't remember off the top of my head how to steal third. I think it's his number's halved or not. I can't remember. Let me see quickly if I can find it. I don't want to spend a long time on it. Here it is. Base attempt, catcher pick off, throw to third, auto stealing symbol. Okay, so looking for third base, stealing third base. All right, if you call a third base is at least 5, call it after. You see, I'm doing the automatic, and in the automatic, I think it's a straight up 16. So I'm just going to play a straight up 16. And, oh, wait a second. Oh, it's an 18. He is out at third base. Ouch. So they throw him out. It's 2-5. So Henderson got frisky. Went too far. All right, here's Dwayne Murphy. 23. Dwayne Murphy is a strikeout. 2 out. And Mitchell Page. 15. And 15 is a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Buskey, and that retires the side. No runs. A walk. No hits. A walk. Yeah, stolen base, and then, of course, a caught stealing to end the inning, or to get the first out of the inning. And then 2 strikeouts, and we go to the bottom of the ninth. Mike Norris. Mike Norris is retired 24 in a row. He's going to face Tomaso Garcia, Barry Bonell, and Witt. Let's see if we got some pinch hitters here. Let's see who we got pinch hitting. And that's a 3 walk. And a strikeout. Let's see who we got pinch hitters. Who we got? Okay, we got one lefty, a guy named Cannon, Frank Cannon. He had a TV show. He's a detective from the 70s. He's available. Never knew he played baseball, but he's here. I don't know that his name is Frank, though. I just made that up. Let's see if Cannon's available. He should be here. He should have every player, so Cannon should be somewhere. So Joe Cannon, he's a lefty. So we'll try him. We'll also try guys with 300 at-bats, Velez and Baylor. So we're going to bring in Velez and Baylor. Baylor's there, and Otto Velez is another one. Score is 5-0. So another one is Baylor. And let's see if we can find, we got Baylor, we need Velez, there it is. So we got 3 potential pinch hitters here. So let's see, we're going to let Bonnell bat because he's, and we'll pinch hit for lefty. Garcia's a righty, so we're going to use Baylor. He's also a righty, but you know what, we're going to use Cannon. Let's start with Cannon. Start with Cannon, see what happens. And here's the pitch. It's the 9th, and it's a 62. A 62 is a blank, and a 62 is a strikeout. That's strikeout number 4 on the day for Mike Norris. Mike Norris pitched to 25 batters, consecutive outs. And now it's Barry Bonell. Barry Bonell is batting .371. And we're looking at the 9, and the 9 is a 45. 45 is a blank, and a 45 is an out. What kind of an out? It's a 17, a fly to left, shallow left. Racing in is Henderson. Backing up is the third baseman, Gross, and Henderson calls him off. And here's Witt. And we are going to bring in pinch hitter Bob Baylor for lefty Witt. I know he's a righty, but we're going to do it anyway. See what happens. Last batter. Here goes. We're looking at a 9. It's a 40. No, it's a 43. And a 43 is. Wait a second. No, that's his pitching card. He's a pitcher. Hold on a second. That's funny. All right. So let's find his batting card. Bob Baylor's batting card. That was funny. Bob Baylor's an infielder. Played with the Mets in '83. Played with the Mets. And I think in 82, 83, 84, around that time, Bob Bailey. Here's his hitting card. So a 43 is a blank, and a 43 is an out. And holy smokes, what did we just see? We just saw a perfect game. Ground ball to third base. And Gross with the throw in time, ball game over, perfect game. You just watched a perfect game being pitched using Fall Classic baseball. That's I don't remember any perfect games that I've ever played. Holy smokes. And there it is. Let's look at the chart. Let's look at the scorecard. What can I say? Pretty amazing. These are the ground ball outs. 3 there. And whatever misreading I did of any numbers, it was always an honest mistake. And so sometimes I even pulled numbers again, even though they were already outs, and I pulled numbers again. I believe I even did that a couple of times. So this was in no way, shape, or form that I had any influence over it at all. That's pretty amazing. A perfect game. 27 in a row. 27 up, 27 down. And obviously Norris is being mobbed by his teammates. Pretty amazing feat. I'm looking for the red marker to get some strikeouts in there, although he didn't have a lot of strikeouts, so I was going to draw them in. And the blue marker does my my fly ball outs. So we can see the fly ball outs. Excuse me, the outs in the air. So now all I need is the red marker. There it is, to do the few strikeouts that he had and bring this to life a little bit. The A's win it 5-0. And here we go. There's a strikeout there. There's 2 more strikeouts there. And there's 2 more. So it's 5 strikeouts. And then the fly balls. And I'm going to take my dogs out for a walk now, just to think about this experience I just had. These are all ball outs in the air. And that's it. This is Tony Porter. This is Cards and Dice. This is a perfect game. This is what a perfect game looks like using Fall Classic baseball. Extremely cool experience. So there's Mike Norris. I will take some pictures of this. And take care.